say right now to all of you, this is not an average Bible study, this. This is food for the spiritual thinking for the rest of our existence, in highs and lows of our Christian walk. And I think it has values in it for any kind of crisis that you will go through in the future from now on. To think about these things, of what he did, how he did it, the dependence or reliance or trust on another person. In his humanity, he was fully given to the Father, giving up independent usage of his divine attribute because he became a bond slave with all the benefits of the Father. It's already his. He never questioned it. He was trained for his mission. So when you're discouraged, Francois, rely on Christ, because that's the example that he left to you through the Word. The reading of the Gospels, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, and the life of Christ. And perhaps, Francois, you will learn to question less your calling. To understand that you imitate me, not in depending on me, but you imitate me also in sufferings. Have I given up, Francois, for you in sufferings in the Garden of Gethsemane? Have I questioned the will of whom I was dependent upon? And it's all no, 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 no. So therefore, Francois, do depend on me, despite of any crisis. Look up, she said. Yes, look up and down. Because this man now is in heaven in the glorified state, and by his grace, that kind of strength is a tool available to you. I cannot do anything. I need to cut a piece of wood. I'm going to need to ask him. I don't have a skill saw. In the realm of the physical, I don't have a jigsaw, and I don't have a skill saw. But in the realm of the spiritual, I have all the kinds possible, and I have those that will be invented in 25 years. Open the drawer. And you have opened the drawer. Of perhaps, without boasting, perhaps the most important Bible study of your existence maybe was the kenosis. And it's going to disappear tomorrow morning. We will forget to depend. And he knows. And it's good to tell him. It happens to me just once in a while to remember these things, Father. Yeah, I know. But an awareness, an awe, A-W-E, at him when he woke up the morning in Galilee, it was nice. He never went see-do. Was concerned about you. I came here to give them an example to follow. So I need to be obedient to the point of the cross. Chapter 2, verse 8, 6 points. Being found in appearance as a man, /forward, he humbled himself by becoming obedient, circle obedient, to the point of death, even death on the cross. 6 points. This verse primarily has to do with the crucifixion of the Messiah. And adds something that is not on your outline. This verse deals with the crucifixion of the Messiah. And it deals with the condition of Christ as he was seen by man or men. It deals with his condition as he was seen by people who saw him, leading to parenthetical number 2. Being found means being discovered or being recognized. Being found means to be discovered. So when he turned the corner, bang, of the temple because of the colonnades of Solomon, what they saw was a man. Or recognized as a man. Is he the carpenter the son of Mary and Joseph? What were they seeing? Yes, the Shekinah glory veiled. What they were seeing is a man. Number 3, what people clearly saw was a man. He was recognized as such. It was his outward appearance. Why this? Number 4, in order to die. God cannot die. Do you know what? Those of you who did the life of Christ or are doing the life of Christ right now, what did he do on the cross at the end? Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. And he gave up the ghost. You know what it means? He chose the moment of his death. Because he could have been there for 2,000 years, us waiting. Is he going to die one day? He decided, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. And then he bowed his head. Do you watch Bruce Willis movies with Bruce Willis? When they shot the guy, he died. He died and he bowed his head. The bowing of the head is the death. And he can die a few minutes after. In the state of Christ, the opposite. He gave up the ghost and bowed his head. He decided when to die. Number 5, the climax. You want climax. The paramount of his humbling is his death on the cross. And in Greek, I'm not going to explain that. Maybe your pastor, Debbie, being an expert in the Greek, the climax of his humbling is his death on the cross. In the Greek text, it's an aorist, active, reflective. Something that makes you ponder. An aorist, active, reflective. Something that makes you reflect. Being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on the cross. It makes you think. It's the worst kind of death ever for mankind. Philippians chapter 2, verse 9, 5 points. For that reason, what reason? Verse 8. Also God highly exalted him, the second person of the triune God, and bestowed on him the name, circle the word name, which is above every name. What's the emphasis? Parenthetical number 1 of verses 9 to 11 is exaltation.
Is the what?
Exaltation of the Messiah. Exaltation in this case means raising Christ to an unusual dignity and power. And now you will like it. Raising Christ to an unusual dignity and power. Why? Because it includes the resumption of his independent use of his divine attributes. He will get into glory like he was, and he will no longer give up the independent usage. Everything will resume. And it includes the removal of all restrictions and limitations of humanity. He still has humanity right now, but his humanity right now, as we speak now, is glorified. So he doesn't have the sweat. He doesn't have to go to the washroom. He's not catching any cold. He's not tired anymore. He doesn't have to sleep anymore. But in heaven, please note that, in heaven as we speak right now, 11:36, 37, there is only one man in heaven right now, as a man. That's why he can be a priest, because you cannot be a priest if you're not a man. All the saints that died are there also, but with no humanity yet. This is beautiful to understand. There is one man in heaven right now. And if he's not a man, no priesthood according to Melchizedek. I open a can of worms here, but that doesn't matter. To be a priest, you need to be a man. Enjoy his priesthood right now. And the name that is above every name, what is that name? Give it a try, I won't laugh. What is that name? The name that is above every name. What is his memorial name?
Messiah?
No!
Oh, Jesus.
No! 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 Yes, but no. You don't want to say it because you think about the Jehovah's Witness. That's the name. Moses said, "Who am I going to? I'm going to Pharaoh. But when they will ask me your name, what am I going to say?" We'll say, "I am that I am." Ayah. Same root as this. Jehovah has sent me. Jesus is correct. Emmanuel is correct. But Emmanuel is God with us. The name that is above Jehovah. This is my memorial name. I am that I am. That's why we call this the Tetragrammaton. YHVH, that comprises the name Jehovah, meaning I am that I am. That's the verb to be. Continual existence. If Christ ceased to be God, or was Christ started to be God at the incarnation or whatever, he cannot be in continual existence. He always existed in the form of God. We have studied the kenosis. So the name that is above all name is Jehovah. We stop right there because there is 2 verses plus the false views and additional notes that I will give you next week. We will finish next week and then we will be able to carry on in the form of our book. Beloved and beloved online, I know that there was no pausing before the coffee shop and people went in front of the cam. I apologize for these things, but it's fine because I don't want to pause you, those who watch online, because too often I forget to restart the machine and you fall short of the second session. That's all I can do. That's all I can do for you right now, to teach it. And the Holy Spirit will do the rest with you to help you to agonize. The passage would be a very nice word. To agonize this. It's mind-boggling.
For example, it's so hard to believe, it's not hard to believe, but it's hard to grasp, like you're saying, that while they are the three in one, they are one and the same, and in such, but we still think that Christ is separate from God, but they are one entity in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it is.
That's why, and I guess
What would be nice, I have a series of messages online. I don't know where they are. They are way back, perhaps in clouds right now, on the system. I did Trinitarianism with you. I did it here. The doctrine of the triune God was fascinating also. It basically reached the same climax as this. But anyway, in all humility, I am only a channel to teach the kenosis, since it is found in the book of Philippians, and I think it was done in a godly way, meaning extensively. But I cannot help you to comprehend this. I cannot do it. This is an absolute. Only God can help you to grasp these things and keep always that it's for His glorification and His choice of you. everything that did happen in the act of the crisis that started at the incarnation, that you caused and that I caused. This is, you need to say it. I caused the incarnation. It's spectacular because I'm a sinner. We caused it, and everything that he did for us, it's a beauty. It's a gem. There is no price that can be put on this. Embrace your salvation, which is cast in stone for eternity, which is not dependent upon your performances. Be awestruck by your own. You don't need to tell me. If you choose to tell me, I would appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Those online and watches it faithfully. Support us. It's a good ministry to support. It teaches the word. God bless you, and thank you for your faithfulness. And Father Ernie, would you please finish the meeting with us, for us?